How's everybody doing? My name
Hey
is
guys.
Jake. I'm the host and your commissioner of Tubbs. Sitting to my left is my co-host Chuck West.
That me?
We were supposed to have a special guest today, but he apparently forgot we were doing it. So it looks like it's just the two of
Whoops.
us, Chuck.
Hmm. We'll manage.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got plenty to talk about, right?
Oh yeah. Always do.
Oh yeah. Um, let's go over some news real quick first. Let's start with the top 10 list. Got Ernie sitting top number one. He should be coming back from vacation this week,
Yep.
and
Be back on it.
I think Josh Easton's got him for a rematch as soon as they come back. Cody Cook, number two. He's got a match with me to this afternoon.
Well, he's been flying up there.
I know, right? He's taking off. Yeah, we're gonna bowl. I think actually after we finish this podcast, I'm gonna try to take that number two away from him.
What's the highest you've been?
Um, three. Like the first month we did it when there was only 8 of us.
Well,
So
still.
yeah. It was kind of funny when we was handing out the new tags um, this last week. I went and handed him his and I said, "Keep this warm for me." And he just smirked a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna have that match this afternoon. I believe we're gonna bowl on the Badger shot, so that ought to be pretty interesting. Two high rev, high speed guys trying to bowl on 50 something feet of oil or some
Yeah.
shit, whatever it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, definitely pretty similar games on that. So yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
that'd be a good matchup.
pretty interesting. Like I said, Josh Easton's number three. Jared Hoover's number four. Russell Huffman took out Russ Word for his number five spot over the last, I think it was Thursday night
That's the
league.
lowest I've seen, Russ.
Yeah, yeah. Russ has been top five for, well, since we started this thing.
Wasn't he number one for
Two months straight
2 months?
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 months straight, and then the first, I think it was the first day of August, he lost to AJ, and that's when AJ took over. So yeah, Jordan Haddon's number six. Dustin Hearn beat me last week for number seven, dropped me number eight. Russ got beat by Russell. Battle of the Russes.
Mm-hmm.
Beat him in 2 games, so he didn't get a rematch for that. So he's at number nine, and then Thomas Markley still sticking with that number 10 spot. Let's go over to the other team. Team Black. Let's see, we got AJ number one. He's been sitting top number one for a while now.
Didn't him and kind of Rodney exchange for a few days?
Yeah, and then Tracy had him yesterday, and both those guys shot really well. AJ had high twos. Tracy had a good game in there, took it
Yep.
to three.
Saw
So
that.
that was pretty exciting there. Tanner's number two.
It's kind of been Tanner, Ernie, and up until recently Russ. They've always been at the top.
Yeah. Tanner's on a 4-game win streak actually, or a
Yeah.
4-match win streak. So that's pretty exciting to see. You got Tracy number three. Like I just said, he had a battle with AJ yesterday, so he didn't quite make it. So he's still sticking at that number three spot. You got Rodney at number four, Justin Barrett number five.
He's doing good.
I believe Justin Barrett and Tanner have a match today,
Yes.
so
Yes,
that'll
I
be
believe so.
pretty interesting to see. One's right, one's left, so that's pretty interesting. Hopefully we got lanes for them because get your sports shot league starting tonight, right?
Yep. Starting tonight. When are they going to be doing their match? Or, you know.
That I am not sure. If you guys need any more information on that sports shot league, we have it right here.
Oh, we're going to talk about it now. Cool.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. If any of you bowled during the summer, there will be some differences. This is going to be scratch for the fall, 16 weeks. And be sure to look on the flyer because it does show the patterns. We're not like announcing them every Thursday before the league. It's going to be 4 weeks on the same pattern. So 4 different patterns you'll bowl on all together for the 16 weeks at 7 o'clock. Still a really good prize fund league. $10 goes to the lineage and 10 on the prize fund. Still duos, doubles, and so far, if everybody shows who I've kind of got it up to right now, 9 to 10 teams, but I'm preparing possibly just some walk-ins and everything. So just message me or comment on any of the postings that I've posted on Facebook if you want to bowl tonight. And even if maybe if it's only one of you, just show up because you're maybe just another one of you here. And try to think of anything else to answer. Again, it will be scratch. Oh, it will be bowled on a pair of lanes and you'll cross lanes. So we're going to be back to doing that normally.
Traditional style of league.
Right. I mean, at the beginning of the summer, everything was just kind of an unknown. So we wanted to, there was a vote to spread it out a little bit. And definitely we wanted to go by that. But we've been told by the regional manager that it will be back to normal on all bowling leagues in the evening. So, yep, a little short meeting about 6:30-ish, and just to kind of go over things, and then we'll start up tonight. Great thing about this thing, since we started it later, a lot of people who bowl tournaments gives them time to get in from out of town, and but it's kind of quick in and out. Probably done about 45 minutes. So, bowl at 7, get done by 8.
I like how they have the same pattern for 4 weeks. So you can, if you can't figure it out the
Learn
first
off
week, you can, unless you're just like me, who just probably would just suck all 4 weeks in a row and then move on to the next one and shoot really high for 4 weeks and go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I was bowling in the summer, there was a few patterns that I definitely wanted to bowl more than one day that we did that I either really struggled on or just really felt I couldn't figure it out because maybe I wasn't throwing it good. So, yeah.
So to continue with our top 10 list, we got Kyle Biggs at number 6. He just beat Avery Friday night for his spot. They do have a rematch. I can't quite remember when it's going to be. I believe it's Tuesday, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We got Noah at number 7. Johnny Heiser. I believe he beat you, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
For your number 8 spot.
Yeah, I really could have been throwing it really worse Friday. I get those times whenever your timing is gone, and it was shot pretty much all 3 games. So
Yeah.
I think I maybe figured it out right at the end, but yeah, he got me in 2 games. I still didn't have it really figured out till the end of the 3rd game. But yeah, back. Well, I think I've been 8 and 9 and 10, and now out. At least I had my new tag for one day.
We got Lance at number 9 and Avery at number 10. Like I just said, Avery had a match with Kyle, lost. So he's got Kyle's number 10 spot now. That might change in the next couple of days. Who knows? See, points. Top members in the points right now. Jared Hoover and Mark Funderburk is... Ooh, James Love actually is also tied at 9 apiece. You got AJ right behind him by half a point at 8.5. And then Rob and James are sitting at 8.
Like some of the newer ones are racking up the points.
Yeah, they're having a lot of matches going on. Mark, he's been pretty active. It's a close race so far. I think that'll probably change. We get closer to the end of the month, and some guys can't bowl all month long, and others can, and so it'll change up a little bit before the end of the month, I believe. But it's good to see some of the new guys up there, getting up there in points. Guys that can challenge into the top 10. Right now, all 3 guys that can challenge in the top 10 are on the Team Black. Team Blue has nobody that can challenge in the top 10 right now.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys need to get on the ball. Us guys in the top 10 like some matches, So, yeah, so Dane, Matt Cavett, and Kenneth Pearson. Kenneth Pearson's
New bowlers.
new.
We're gonna get. Oh, you know, say what mark we passed yet?
Yeah, we actually just hit the 50 mark. We have 50 members this month so far.
And this just started in March with the 2-month break.
Well, really, the first full month was June.
Yeah,
So
so-
we see it as June
Yeah, really.
start.
It was just really amongst just a handful of people back then. But at least that gave you time to have some more ideas for it.
Yeah, too much time on my hands. Not working at the
Everybody.
bowling alley, having the shutdown and getting laid off at the bowling alley gave me too much time to sit at the house and think about new ideas and shit like that. So, yeah. So those 3 guys right there are the 3 that can challenge up. I think Dane might have a challenge right now. I'm not sure. Rob Benedict actually had 3 wins and could have challenged up, but he got challenged by James for Friday Night League and he lost. So that's it's very important to try to get your once you get your 2 wins, you got to try to get a challenge in the top 10 before you get challenged again, because if you lose that opportunity
It's like,
since it's consecutive now.
almost like you have to start a waiting list.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Something. Kind of make sure you get your chance. New, what's going on in Tulsa this week? Like you said, we have a few new leagues starting here. Not sure about where else otherwise. Got a couple tournaments that the deadlines are coming up on, right?
Yeah, there's just so it's just great to see over the summer. Everybody missed bowling, and all these tournaments were popping up over the summer, and then now we're hitting into the fall, whenever tournament season is really going to be getting going. And got our second annual Monster Ball, which will be on. I gotta look at the date. Yeah, basically we kind of use this as a thing to start before the Greater Tulsa Open the week before. We'll be doing this annually, and it's 6-game sweeper. So it'll be October 3rd at 10 a.m. And based off a minimum of 45 entries, 1,200 for first. So it's going to be rewarding good spots there too on the payouts. And so we're going to be doing again this year. Hopefully, didn't have too good of a turnout last year. There was a bunch of tournaments that were kind of at the same time, and I'm sure that may be the issue this year. But I know we got a lot of feedback on people who were wanting to bowl it already, as far as spreading it around on the social media. So yeah, 6-game sweeper, Monster Ball, October 3rd, 10 a.m. Check-in at 9, and walk-ins welcome. But if you get the entry taken care of by September 28th, it's an $80 entry fee. If you pay the day of, it's a $100 entry fee. So if you get those entries in early, you save $20.
Wow.
And then, of course, there'll be side pots, brackets, etc.
So how many people did we have last year? I know we had
It was
a small turnout, but I mean it was decent.
I think it was around 15 to 20. It looked like it was going to be really huge, and then it dropped off on the end.
That was it's first year, I mean it takes a little bit to get a tournament going.
Yeah, and also we have our little Monster Ball trophy. We'll have to bring that in here maybe next week and
Yeah,
have that sitting out.
that'd be cool.
But yeah, that's one of the tournaments going on around town within the next few weeks.
Right on. I know we're having our team versus team competition or team showdown on the 26th of September.
Yep.
We had to move it because some other stuff going on in town and some stuff I'm working on. It kind of got in the way. So we moved it to the 26th. I apologize for anybody that can't make it now because we moved it to the 26th. It's just that's how things go sometimes.
Now, can't please everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, things are going to come up on, and we had to move the other one too because of quite honestly, that's a pretty good problem we're having right now, that there's so many tournaments. I'm liking to see that everybody's wanting to bowl.
Yeah, with all the leagues going on and tournaments and everything, it's a good time to be a bowler, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do team versus team. What we're gonna do is whoever shows up, we're gonna take a list, and then I think I've changed the way I wanted to do it. At first, I was gonna make the matches myself and then have the managers had to agree to it. Now I think I'm going to do it where each manager will get his pick of match. Just go back and forth until we run out of people, and make it more a strategy game for the managers. So I think that'd be interesting. Also, too, we're going to have our first BMF title match. Each manager will pick the baddest guy on each team, and they'll go at it for that nice shiny belt that I got sitting at home right now. I'm going to try to fit in a couple more title matches. I'd like to have a undisputed match between number ones if they both show up.
Ah, yes.
I think that would be really cool to see. might get that gold belt back out and use it as the undisputed Tulsa champion. The way we're growing, I may have to. One idea that's been thrown around is starting another team, and so that way I would be manager of one, and then Ernie and Tanner would be the managers of their respective teams, and have a gold team.
Black, gold, and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really decided on that. Don't quote me on that one. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
I'm sure you'll be thinking about it.
Yeah, we might just run one more month with the two teams and see how it goes. And if we keep growing, then we'll look at it. Right now we got 25 guys on each team, which makes 15 guys going for 5 spots. But with the two consecutive wins, we're not having too many people
Right.
clawing to get up there. And some of the guys don't even care about getting spots. They just want points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just
So, which
a win's a win.
But yeah, that's cool. I mean, there's money there too. So, you take your $20 entry fee and turn it into $50 a month. That's not bad. Doubling your money just by getting points. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, we're looking at new ways to grow and expand. We're always wanting to expand. I mean, I think we've expanded every month we've done this so far.
Oh yeah.
So, well, at least since we opened up opened it up to people.
And wasn't it Friday night? Was it Newen Jordan who was? I loved how he was asking questions and questions and questions to you.
Him and Scott Bender.
Yeah, so they were both over there.
Yeah, both of them were coming up and kept asking question after question after question. I'm like, that's fine with me. I don't mind answering questions.
Yeah.
I got plenty of guys that'll message me on Facebook. Hey, can I do this? Yeah, it's in the rules. Go for it. I mean, I don't mind just answering you, so you don't have to go back through the rules. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever makes it easier on everybody. I'm pretty much game. Yeah, so we had 3 people join Friday, which put us over the 50 mark. The 2 that you mentioned, Scott Bender and Jordan, I think it's Wickersham.
Yes, I think so.
And then Teddy Salmon, I believe he bowls out of Owasso.
Right.
He joined. He's actually already got his first win too.
Yeah, that's Paula's son-in-law, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we keep growing. See where it goes. We moved the team versus team from the 20th to the 26th because the Real Okie Classic's starting their Triple Crown on the 20th.
So another tournament.
Doubles tournament. Yeah, it starts at 10 a.m. It's here at Andy B's. Scotch doubles. Which one is Scotch doubles? How does that work?
That's every other ball. Doesn't matter if you.
Oh, so your partner can pick up your spares and then.
Some people have had a different definition of that, but I know that true Scotch doubles is you basically, if I throw a strike, then you throw a strike. But if I leave a 10, you shoot it. Then it's not, unless they have it in a different format, we would need to look on that. But it's not. You don't ever throw 2 consecutive balls at a time. It's just every other.
Yeah.
So you're not. It's not like if you are throwing out all my spares, something like that.
If you guys want any more info on it,
Yeah, check that out.
if you want, you can go to their Facebook page, the Real Okie Classic, or if you contact me, I got the information too. I'll tell you who to get a hold of and the info on it. They run a pretty good. Well, they run a really good tournament series.
Yeah, sweepers, doubles, teams.
They were doing stuff out of Muskogee for a little while, and that was I did a couple of their events there. That was pretty fun.
Yep. That last sweeper I did, I was one of the best I bowled.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's they're doing great on getting on all these tournaments going, and now everybody's got the appetite for the tournaments right now. That's good.
Yeah, it's good to see just bowling in general. It was kind of weird for those few months that we were shut down to not hear about or see about anything bowling. Well, for me anyway, because I've grown up in it.
Well, I think we've talked about it too. I mean, you bowl all the time, and then when you have it forcibly taken away from you for a couple of months, then you miss it. I mean, I know a lot of people several people who, including me, who bowled maybe once or twice a week are now doing it 2 or 3 or 4 times a week. in leagues, just because, yeah, you know, you kind of don't know how much you miss it till it's gone, or at least you don't have a choice, you know,
Yeah.
because it's, you know, because of a lockdown. So, you know,
Me personally, I didn't really miss bowling because I get into those funks where it seems like a job more than fun.
hmm
So it was kind of nice having a little bit of time away from it.
I've never gone through that. So, I mean, I just literally, whenever I'm done bowling, I mean, might sit there and right after I get done, I'm, you know, ready to not do it. But then I'm like, you know, later in the evening, it'll hit me and I'll be ready to bowl the next day and the next day and the next day. And if I was maybe in my 20s again, my body was better, I probably would bowl 7 days a week. But right, well, I'm doing five. I guess I'm holding up pretty
Yeah,
good.
you're getting pretty close to that
Yeah.
7 day a week mark there.
Still, no, this has been the worst season I've had since 1995. So, you know, to start to a season. So I think it's just me kind of babying my back, and then too many thoughts going through the head. And so hopefully I can get it together. But yeah, this has been pretty miserable bowling.
Yeah. Um, anything? So, is there anybody? How do you fit in club stuff? Like, how do you fit in your club matches? You just do league matches, or
Me,
yeah? If you're bowling
me,
5 days a week,
y for the most part, yeah, just that's just the way it works out. That's better. But I've done a couple of matches otherwise with Ernie and Dane, and um, so it wound up being was until I had bowl a match with Dane, I hadn't won a one-on-one match yet. Whenever we were just bowling out there, and during like I know Ernie, he's, you know, he definitely prefers kind of the one-on-one, where I don't think it really matters one way or another with me. Um, so, but one thing I kind of realized in the past year or so, I mean, I just love to bowl league. I mean, you know, people love to bowl tournaments and hate league. I love league. It's just, you know, kind of personal goals.
see, I don't like doing matches in during league because during league I'm trying to focus on league.
Right.
I don't want to focus on league and then I have to watch another guy and see what's going
Yes,
on.
that has been a distraction, and for me at first, I think it was kind of helping. I don't know. I think it doesn't really matter which way it is, but I would agree with you. Probably you'd rather just kind of be focused on league.
I also like the feeling of it's mono e mono, nobody else around,
hmm
you and me
Like a
going at it.
TV, you know, pros on TV
Yeah,
style. Yeah,
yeah,
heck, we're on TV a lot of the time with live and
yeah. Facebook Live, and then
right.
we're gonna try to start getting some matches. I keep saying we're gonna try to start getting matches filmed, but you know, I'm having a hard time
You know,
finding time to do it.
right.
With all the leagues going on, I would like to have a one night a week where we can say, hey, we're going to be here on this night. If you want your film, you want a match on film, we're going to put set up a camera.
At least for the time being, if it's here, um, you know what? Really, most nights we don't have all the lanes filled or anything. Our leagues are up, but it's just we have more leagues, but they're just not as big as like Happy Days last year was 2016s. This year it's 16, but we got like three more leagues. But pretty much any night during the week, you can't. But then
Yeah,
talking about leagues, people bowl leagues too. So finding two nights that you don't bowl on, whoever you're bowling against, that's part of it,
yeah. Not to mention I'm working here
right? And
Monday through Wednesdays. I think this week actually Tuesday I'm off, so I might come up here with a camera on Tuesday if
Tuesday would be a good day. Yeah,
if anybody wants to have their match filmed. Let me check my schedule and I'll make it official before. I'm not officially saying I'm going to be here with a camera, but I'll look into that later today and see
yeah.
about making that happen. Getting a
Really,
few matches on there.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as of right now, are good days to do matches in the evening here.
Yeah, yeah. Because Thursday, well, even Thursday, we're pretty good sized league, but we still have some
Right.
lanes.
I'm thinking of the days I know for sure we have the most lanes available, but yeah, even Thursday.
Now, I have heard Monday nights at Sahoma is also a pretty good time to go up there because their Monday night league's not as big as it was.
Well, since yeah, it's as always, it's just best to call.
Yeah,
You know, the call center.
yeah. That's the best
Always
way
do
to do
that.
it is just call your center.
Never assume because there can be something else going on, and you know, some group or happens to be busy that night. Just always try to get it set up and even call beforehand.
And
Definitely.
something that just popped up in my head. When you guys are doing challenges on the posts, please start putting where you're bowling. I'm having the problem of you guys are like, oh, we're going to bowl Monday night in league. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where you're bowling at league. I mean, you could be bowling at Sheridan, you could be bowling at Sahoma, Andy B's. I have no idea. So I don't keep up with everybody and what leagues they're bowling in. So need to make sure you're giving me all the information so I can put it in the spreadsheet. If I don't know, I'm just going to leave it blank. It's not a big deal because it doesn't matter what center you're bowling in. It's just kind of a record thing. It's nice to see who's bowling where. Especially if, we start expanding to the point where maybe we have divisions per house or something like that. It'd be nice to know who's bowling at what house the most. To know, if I have to put you in a division, I want to put you in a division where you're going to bowl at that house the most. That might be down the road though. I don't see us going that far too early or too soon. It's just an idea that's been thrown around for expansion. Is to do a division by house thing
Right.
instead of teams, but we had to do a little bit more growing before that would happen.
We're growing fast. You never know.
Yeah. Also, another thing we're toying with, and I want if any of you guys listening wants to give me your opinion, we're thinking about. I'm actually thinking about taking December off and shutting it down for December, just to give everybody a little bit of a break, because I know it's with the holiday season and weather usually gets pretty bad, and during December.
And who knows what happens as it gets cooler with COVID. I mean,
Yeah.
we just don't know what, like we're doing here, and with groups and leagues. We're just proceeding as business as usual. But when it combines with the flu season, who knows? It can get really bad. I sure hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. So if you have any comments on any of these ideas that we're throwing out, please let me know. You can private message me and on Facebook, because I want to hear what everybody thinks. I mean, if everybody wants to keep going in December, I'll keep going in December. That's fine.
I have a feeling everybody will.
Yeah, me too. And which, yes, this is a lot of work for me because I'm having to keep up with everything, but I don't mind it. I mean, it's something to keep me busy. It's cool.
I just thought of a question. Who is there a way to know, like, who's bowled the most matches? Just that means they're just constantly bowling. That we need to find out.
I can go by win-loss record.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of us that's sitting at 12 wins. I don't think anybody's hit 13 yet.
Okay.
So I think
Tanner's bowled a ton.
Tanner's sitting at Tanner's sitting at a bunch. Noah is sitting at a bunch.
Right. And Josh has bowled a lot, hasn't he?
Yes.
And
It's Russ, Ernie.
or Russ and Ernie. Of course.
Basically, the guys that started it. So Russ, Ernie, Tanner, Noah, Rodney's had a bunch. Josh Dye's had a bunch. But he keeps getting challenged. That's his thing. So there's several guys that are over 20 matches in this thing so far.
Yeah.
And we've toyed with the idea of keeping records per month instead of overall. But I kind of like seeing how many matches you've had.
Career
Yeah.
record. Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. So that's interesting to see. Who's done what since we started. So some of the newer guys, it might show 1-0 or 3-1 or whatever, and it doesn't look like you've done much, but that's just because you're new.
Yeah.
So
Don't go. Don't get frustrated if you've lost a bunch. I know I was 0-4 to start, and then I think I'm after that, I think I'm 5-3. So it'll turn around.
I love Josh Dye's attitude about it. He's doing it to learn.
Yes.
He wants to bowl. The I'm not going to say better guys. I'm going to say the more experienced guys, because he wants to learn as much as he can off of them, and that's a good way of looking at it. This club is perfect for that.
And I was messaging with him the other day, and he's very inquisitive, wanting to learn, and getting new equipment, and it's always just fun to see that enthusiasm.
Yeah, it brings back memories of when I was a kid, and I was just first getting into it. It reminds me why I like the sport. as much as I do. I think for me,
Why?
um, just because no, I'm not saying anybody, but it's an easy sport to. Not okay. It's not an easy sport to learn either.
The quote I've heard most often, and it's perfect for bowling: easiest game to learn, hardest to master.
Yeah. Um, you can take anybody and teach them how to bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a football. Football. You got to be tough. You know, basketball. You got to be tough. You got to shoot well. That kind of thing. Any sport you work at hard enough, you can do it. But
Bowling's an individual sport,
yeah,
so
yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah,
it's up to you.
even during team things like leagues and stuff like that, you're still and it's an individual thing.
Right. I don't kick the bowling ball over to you.
Yeah,
I mean, it's up to you.
yeah. You're not picking up my spares. We're not synchronizing our bowling shots together.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would be
Yeah.
interesting. Like same lane, two out. There's a story for that, but I'm not going to go there.
Got it.
But yeah, so it's just fun to watch guys want to better themselves in bowling, and yeah.
Yeah.
So anything else you got to add, Chuck?
Trying to think. It's just amazing how fast and how quick and I honestly thought whenever this thing would be capped out 20 to 30 because just so much you can handle, you're still going.
Yeah, there's which a lot of the ideas that's keeping me going, the stuff that we've changed to make it, wasn't even my ideas. Hunter Campbell came to me with the Excel sheet idea to keep up. I didn't realize that if you have an Excel sheet and you update it, and it's on Facebook, it'll update on Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I'm not. I would say I'm pretty decent with tech. I mean, look at what
I
we're
think
doing with this podcast, but I'm not perfect. I'm not an IT nerd. So, he pointed that out to me and got that started.
Shout out Hunter.
Yeah, shout out Hunter Campbell. And then Cody Cook as well came up with the idea of having a post where we put all our challenges and scores. That's made it a ton easier for me to keep up with because it's all right there together and it's not going to get jumbled up in the posts. So, and I can delete them when I add them, so that I don't have to keep looking through 180
Mm-hmm.
comments.
Definitely. Me on like getting notifications on Facebook is a lot less, from just seeing stuff that's posted because I have like all, to see all, and it's just like much more organized now, much more, straightforward.
Shoot, I still get a ton of.
Oh, I'm sure you do, but I'm talking more. It would just be someone has posted because it would be someone posting in there, and now it's all going to the same spot. So, yeah, I mean that way it can be easier to miss. That's where tagging
Yes,
is really
tagging
important.
people is very important. You don't have to tag me necessarily anymore because since I created the posts, I get notified when there's a comment on those posts. So you don't necessarily have to tag me, but if you're you need to tag who you're bowling. I've seen that a couple times where guys are putting the name in, but they're not tagging them on Facebook. Which I know if you're not friends on Facebook, it's hard. I try to go through and I'll tag whoever doesn't get tagged, so it'll get tagged, but just try to be diligent about it. Also, too, I have a lot of guys that'll text me and be like, "Hey, did you see my post?" Okay, so I only update the spreadsheet maybe like twice a day, possibly 3 times if I have the time. So just because it's been on there for a little while and it's not added to the spreadsheet doesn't mean I haven't seen it. I get notifications on everything. I see everything. It's just I don't get a chance to add it in until a few hours later. So so there's that. Also, too, if you're wanting to make a challenge, you need to check the Excel sheet first off to see if they're on there. Secondly, you need to check the challenges post to make sure they're not already in a challenge. I know it's kind of difficult with as many guys as we have to keep up with who's challenged who and who's in a challenge and everything else. But I mean, a few minutes of looking through stuff and you'll be able to tell who's got what going on. I'm pretty on top of it when it comes to adding stuff to the Excel sheet. So the Excel sheet's pretty close to accurate all the time.
Right.
There might be some times where it gets busy at work and I'm able to add everything in.
Generally, if something's inaccurate, someone's going to let you know.
Yeah, and especially on Saturday nights here at Andy B's, we get pretty busy, so I don't have time to add anything in, or if I don't message you back right away, that's because we were slammed. Last night was crazy in here.
Yep. I think it might have been our busiest night since reopening.
Yeah, we had a lot of people come through last night, so I still try to answer any messages I get as soon as I get them, but just know if I didn't answer it, I'm probably busy.
Well, heck, I know just if I'm texting you, you're not anybody that you have to wait a day to hear from. You get a hold of everybody as quick as you can, even if it's just
Because
just
I
say
know
hi.
I know all this stuff is time sensitive, so I try to answer you as quickly as I can because I know that you getting that challenge in could be a matter of minutes with everybody jumping it, especially if you're trying to challenge in like the top 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's really hard to keep up and
I was joking. Remember,
get in there.
need to have an app, for like challenge, like how people would have those things for eBay to make sure that they're the
Mm-hmm.
bidding at the very last second, like so you can challenge at the very first second. I'm sure you're probably even thinking of that.
An app, and hey, if we had an app, that'd be so cool. A real time top 10 that kept top 10 lists, and then it kept track of like your wins and your record, and then your win streak and stuff like that. All the stuff that I keep up with, that'd be nice to have like an automated. You could give everybody like when they join, that you can give them a number or something, and have like a computer system. Don't get me started, Chuck. Come on.
Yep. I say.
Hey, any IT guys out there that think they can make that happen?
Yeah,
Let me
hopefully
know.
they're listening.
Yeah, get a hold of me because I'm totally game for that.
He's receptive to everything.
Oh yeah, I'll listen to all ideas. Anything that make this club better, I'm game. So yeah. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, I guess.
No third.
Yeah. Like I said, our guest for the day forgot, which is it's my fault. I didn't notify him yesterday. I was going to text him yesterday, and I completely forgot. And stuff happens.
Well, we're here.
Yeah.
Always next week.
Yeah, you get to talk to both of us or listen to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks everybody for listening. I'd like to thank Andy B's again for letting us use this office for our podcast and for just helping us out with anything we have. Give a shout out to Home Lanes as well because they've been running lanes for us. That's nice coming into a fresh shot for our matches.
They've been really great.
If you get a hold of them but ahead of time, depending on who's working, there's probably a good chance you can get fresh lanes. Yeah, all the centers have been good about giving us league rates and stuff like that.
Yes, they
working
have.
with us on prices and stuff, which is nice because everything's coming out of the bowler's pocket. So it's nice to see that the centers are supporting us as much as we're supporting them. So also too, if you guys have if there's any centers that's listening right now that's not Andy B's and you have events and stuff you want us to promote, just give us a shout. If you guys are taking care of us, we'll definitely take care of you guys, and we'll put we'll at least tell everybody about them. With the views we get, decent amount of views a week, so we might be able to get you some more business.
Getting more and more each week we go along.
I know on the 26th, that weekend, we're going to do the podcast from Sahoma Lanes, since we're having our team versus team event there. And so we'll be promoting them a little bit. And I believe Keith Woodrill is going to be on with us.
Oh,
so
cool. Got to get him to join.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Come on, Keith.
We're working on plenty of people. Him and Austin on our Friday night. He keeps asking me questions about it. I think he's interested. He just doesn't want to make a Facebook page for it.
And again, I talked to my nephew Josh. I'd love to get him back to bowling.
Yeah, I need to meet him. I don't think I've met him. Zach told me we'll either be best friends or we'll end up fighting.
They're polar opposite.
Yeah. So, yeah. If anybody wants to join, we're still taking. We'll take members all day long.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
after the 15th, I would suggest starting the next month because it's already
Yeah.
half the month is over and you're not gonna make too far
Getting
unless you're
closer.
just you blaze through it, which we've had people do that before too. So, but you can still get a hold of me and I'll get you down for the next month if that's the case. We have no problem taking in more bowlers. Anybody who thinks they can handle the underground. It's all scratch. Best 2 or 3 games. It's very exciting. It's really exciting when you lose that first. To me, when you lose that first match, that's what makes it the most exciting because you know, okay, 2 games, I have to win both, and so it puts a lot of pressure on you. And I like bowling under pressure. It's not like league where you're not really pressured. It's just kind of go out there and do your thing for 3 games.
Yeah, of the 5 matches I've won, I've only had one that I've won. It hasn't gone 3 games. So yeah, I mean that third game is crunch time.
We had a couple of interesting matches this week actually. That's gone into a tie. I had to do
Yes.
a roll off. I know Chad Leonard and Mike Foster, I believe, had to have a roll off.
So did Justin and Mike Foster once.
Yeah. Actually, Jared Hoover and Russ Word had a match this last week that they both shot 256 the last game to tie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to do a 1-ball sudden death. Just stuff like that's just super exciting. Some of the stuff I wish I could get on camera more. I think it'd be interesting to watch as well as
Yeah.
do. So we're constantly working on that. That's what the YouTube channel is for, is to get more matches on the YouTube channel with the podcasts and stuff like that.
Whenever we do the thing up podcast over at Sahoma, will it just be a podcast with us talking, or would we want to have something where we're kind of not focused on us? Maybe they're bowling at the same time. Is that possible? I just thought of that.
We could do that, but then you and me wouldn't be able to bowl in it.
Never mind.
No, we'll do the podcast before we start,
Okay.
and then I'll actually have the camera out on some of the key matchups, and we can do commentary later on the week or whatever, and we'll post it. Any kind of event we have, I'm going to try to, since we got this new camera that actually you guys are seeing right now, we're seeing the new camera that we got. Makes it a ton better than the webcam off the laptop that we were using.
I have to say
So.
this: just frustrate Jake one time on any of this, and he comes in with a new piece of equipment.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen again.
So last week when we did AJ's, we were here for like an hour. We did an hour-long podcast.
Take
Come to
one.
find out, the splitter that I use, the USB splitter I use, came unplugged, and the hard drive was plugged into it, so it didn't save. So we had to come back that night and redo it again. So in between, I went to the store and I actually bought a camera because I knew I could make it better. And so yeah, we added the Sony HD Handycam.
So this will be like widescreen too, right?
Should be, yeah.
Yep.
So
Better and better and better the society.
and we're able to, with a camera, we're able to move the camera around and change angles. As you can see, when it's not right in front of me like it usually is with the laptop, it's actually off to the side. Since we didn't have a guest, we went ahead and moved the camera over to, get the shot that you see now. But when we do, now that I have 2 cameras, if I'm recording without doing it live, we can do live with this camera because all the menu options are not in the view.
Okay.
But if we record and then do commentary later, we can actually do 2 cameras and switch views back and forth with the software that we do the podcast with. So we'll be able to sit here and watch more than one match going on at once and do commentary on all of it. So that'd be interesting to do. Or we can do one match and then do like a TV show where you have multiple matches, one after another after another.
Oh yeah.
We can film 2 matches and then do both of them on the same video. So that'd be pretty cool.
Society bowling tour. Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to have almost like a league night where we come up to one of the centers. I'd like to do it like a travel league where you move around to each center each time, and film matches and just do one match at a time and film each one of them, and then we'll do commentary and everything on
Yeah.
them after the fact. or even run, like I said, run 2 cameras and, uh, film 2 matches at once, and then just do them back to back on the video,
Right.
the editing and stuff. That'd be cool. Do it like a actual pro.
Format.
Yeah,
TV format.
that'd be cool. Have a weekly show. I think that'd be cool. But with all the leagues that everybody's in right now,
I know.
and how busy the bowling centers are with leagues, it's going to be hard to find a night that we can do that. Maybe during the summer, we might do like a summer,
Yeah, and soon to be tournaments. Yeah.
do like a summer special, do a weekly summer show or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm still working on that.
Ideas.
Also, I'm still working on T-shirts. The lady I got some quotes from has not contacted me in like a week, so working on that. Also working on the M tags. The guy that we got the PVC, the plastic tags from,
Mm-hmm.
is being a little bit of a pain
Okay.
with me. So I'm still. I know some of you guys have paid for those already. At this point, I might just give you guys your money back until I can figure out what we're gonna do. Because
Have you talked to Steve Hennessy on something like that?
no, Cameron's actually told me that I need to get with him on
Yes.
shirts and stuff because he would be
Yes.
good about that.
Yeah.
I just haven't had the time.
Well, I know.
It's hard for me to find time to do everything. I have some stuff in the works though that might free up some time for me to be able to do more of this stuff. So that'd be pretty cool if that goes through. Yeah, so we're working on T-shirts and jerseys and stuff like that. Just bear with me. We are working on it. I know some of you guys are anxious about getting some underground gear to be able to wear to your centers when you do leagues and stuff like that, get more people in it, but we're working on it. It's a struggle right now. So,
Well, we can definitely have a podcast with the two of us, and then the time flies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just kept going and going.
yeah. So,
We'll wrap it up.
with that being said, I'm sure everybody's tired of listening to us, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, thanks to Andy Bees for giving us space to do this, and for giving us league rates and stuff like that. All the centers really for giving us league rates and discounts and whatever they can give us. We're going to try to bring as much in as we can. Like tournaments and stuff, I'm trying to move to different centers each time so that we can spread the
Wealth.
yeah, for the most part. Thank you to everybody that's involved and it's in the club right now. I really appreciate it. It's all because of you guys. It's growing as well as fast as it is.
For sure.
So yeah, thanks to everybody and thank you for listening. And you guys have a good afternoon.